Welcome to the latest edition of New Haven Vlog News Summary, direct from our assignment desk, otherwise known as my compost heap. Let's see what stories we're working on at this hour. Well, these boots are made for walking, and New Haven police officers might be doing a lot more walking. They might need these boots in bad weather, because the person the mayor picked this week, nominated to be the next police chief, David Zanelli, said he wants to bring back more walking beats. New chiefs often say that because a lot of times there are too many pressures of where you're going to send people with not enough officers on, a lot of crime. And walking beats were a foundational part of the community foundation plan we put in place a couple of decades ago. So go for it. David Zanelli knows what it's like to walk a beat. He walked the beat in the Dwight neighborhood when he started his career here in New Haven. He knows what it's like to oversee walking beat cops because he ran the Fairhaven district well. He knows what it's like to run other things in the department. He oversaw internal affairs. He managed detectives as a police assistant chief. He managed the patrol division. So he knows how to walk in those shoes. And I think he's going to be confirmed. Well, here's a memorial candle we light when people die. The family of Craig White in New Haven, he's 45 years old. They're mourning his death. He died this week. He was found, he suddenly died in Osborne Correctional Facility. They don't know why he died. We want to find out. But more broadly, we want to find out why so many people are dying in our prisons. He was the 5th person to die since February in a Connecticut prison, the 9th so far this year. So we want answers as to why he died, but also what's going wrong in our prisons. Well, here's some pasta, some beans. They can use it over the food pantry. Hunger's on the rise, funding is down. New Haven is considering its budget for the next fiscal year. The mayor proposed a version first. It cut $400,000. That last year went not just to food banks, but to giving meals that a lot of kids need when school is out. Advocates who work hard every day to feed the hungry, they're pushing for that money to put back in. The Board of Alders is now considering the budget. They get to make changes. City Hall's defensive about people criticizing them for cutting them. I don't criticize them for it because they care a lot about homeless people, about feeding the poor, about educating kids. We still don't have enough money to go around. We have to make choices. We have to set priorities. The mayor made his choices not because he didn't care about hunger, but because you can't pay for everything. And that's how democracy works. So now people speak up. The Board of Alders has the job of trying to find that money without sacrificing other priorities. Let's cheer on to democracy. Let's all participate, and I think we'll get a good result. Well, here's a pump. We know we've been needing to pump up democracy for quite a while now. And there's a bill before the state legislature now that would allow cities like New Haven to help do that by having ranked choice elections, where you get to vote for a bunch of people, not just your first choice. You rank them, and then people don't feel they're throwing away their vote, because you don't have to worry about voting for lesser of two evils. You vote for who you want, but if that person can't win, your second choice can get the vote. They tried this in about 50 other communities in the country. In New York's recent mayoral primary, we saw that ranked choice voting enabled more people to run, more ideas to come out, more positive campaigning, and more people to volunteer and vote. Steve Winter is a New Haven state rep. He's pushing this bill. He was pushing it years ago before he was a state rep. It got out of committee up at the legislature, the GAE committee. But it's still got a hard road ahead to get a vote in the Senate. They're pushing hard to have it brought up. I hope they can be heard and we can pump up our democracy. Well, we know we need to pump up our democracy nationally. Democracy is under threat like never before in our lifetimes, from a king-aspiring president who's going against his enemies unconstitutionally, who's waging war without permission, that's terrible, on these thuggish ICE raids around the country. In New Haven on Saturday, there's going to be a No Kings rally. One of thousands around the country sending that message and bringing people out. It's 3 to 5 o'clock on the New Haven Green. It's going to be both festive and serious, as it should be. Because despair is not more rational. It's not even an option. Hope is rational. Change can come when we can work together toward it by showing up together and being heard. Until next time, this is New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary. Remember, always pick up and recycle our trash while we still can.